What's going on, Cantina patrons? He's Darth Paul, I'm Padawan Dave.
And welcome to the Mudhorn Cantina. Today we're checking out the newly released Kylo Ren reforged helmet from Disney's new Galactic Archive series line. Before we dive into the details of the helmet itself, I just want to take a moment to discuss the packaging and box design. The helmet was very well packed with 2 outer shipping boxes. The product box itself features a sleek matte black finish with striking gloss black embossed Star Wars icons, which I really like. It definitely feels it's aimed at collectors.
And the Galactic Archive series is a new line of Star Wars merch. Per the box, it states, in a unique partnership with Lucasfilm, the Star Wars Galactic Archive series is an exclusive line bringing collector-focused items from the Lucasfilm archives to life with screen-accurate premium details and enhanced playable features.
There is also a warning on the box stating this toy does not provide protection. More on that later. So I pre-ordered the helmet from Disney Store UK and it arrived a lot earlier than I expected. I think it had the original release date as the 9th of September. Unfortunately, the helmet is now out of stock here in the UK and I've already seen several up for sale on eBay and Facebook for double the price. At first glance, the helmet looks really cool. It features light-up functions and voice controls. The helmet has a 3-way switch with 2 on functions. The first enables the character phrases and light-up feature. There are several phrases from the films. Here are just a few.
Together, we will destroy the Resistance and the Last Jedi. I'm going to find you, and I'm going to turn you to the dark side. Let the past die. Kill it. If you have to. That's the only way to become what you were meant to be.
The second on position turns on the light-up feature permanently and also enables the voice-changing capabilities.
And by that we mean it literally changes your voice, right? I don't know if it's like screen accurate to Adam Driver, but...
Yeah, it's probably just a vocalizer to make it sound that kind of distorted, more mechanical thing that he has in the films, I think.
I'll allow you to demonstrate with the slightly smaller head. Say slightly, but... Firstly, though, how's the fit? Is it...
Yeah.
Oh, there we go, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if it'll pick that up.
Yeah, so it's kind of the... I don't know how to describe it in the movie, because he does have the... It is almost like a slight microphone or something. I don't know, I can't really describe the sound effect.
Yeah, is it meant to give him like that kind of Vader-esque
yeah,
style?
I think so, yeah. Even though he doesn't need it for like the breathing apparatus or, you know, for life functioning capabilities or anything like that. But yeah, is it... In fact, first, give us your best Kylo Ren quote then.
I sense unease about my appearance, General Hux. Prepare to crush any worlds that defy us. My knights and I are going hunting for the scavenger.
Yeah, I think that sounds pretty decent, to be honest.
Yeah, I think so. It is overall a bit of
It's even kind of picking you up.
Yeah, it's quite strong, isn't it? But
yeah,
it is still quite like I haven't put it does come with like 3 padding pieces that you can kind of equip to, I guess, soften it on the inside. But
yeah.
I still do kind of feel it's quite, even on my head, it's quite tight. And I've always kind of thought I have quite a small head.
Yeah, I almost don't. Well, I mean, when we first took it out of the box, I was like, yeah, I don't think I'm gonna...
Yeah, you definitely have to put it on an angle because your cheekbones will kind of get caught between that bit. But it does have this quite... Obviously, it is like still a dual-molded helmet. Although it is attached, it does have this kind of feature at the back where you can kind of stretch it out a bit. It's kind of like elasticated, so it doesn't come apart fully, but I guess it does just give you a bit more room if you need to get it on and off.
But yeah, as helmets go, I think it is really, really cool. Pretty decent representation from the movies. You got the dents, the cracks from the reforging. I mean, I don't recall that they light up in the movies, do they?
No, I think it's some kind of like iron or some kind of Sith, or I think there is a name for it, Sarian or something like that they use to reforge it back together and make it stronger.
Right, some like hardened Sith glue kind of.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, it's certainly a really cool piece to have it as a display. I'm not sure, like, Disney's kind of marketing these as like a kind of screen accurate kind of prop quality thing. I don't think they're quite there. I mean, this clearly, even with the light up feature, isn't really screen accurate.
No, I think you were saying as well, like the front bits, like the chrome is way too shiny.
Yeah, it's way too shiny. It should be like fairly more matted down. I think the actual visor piece, like the kind of mesh on it is actually more screen accurate to the kind of Hasbro one that they did before with like the tinted visor.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's certainly a really cool piece, but yeah, I'd no way see how they can claim that this is like movie accurate.
Yeah.
And as I mentioned earlier, on the box it gives a warning that the toy does not provide protection, but yet on the website it's marketing this as not a toy.
Yeah.
So I think there's a few wires crossed maybe there on the marketing.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, I definitely think this is being obviously aimed at adult collectors and people like that.
Yeah, especially the price. It's still cheaper than like the Black Series.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. For in the UK it's £110. I think in the US it was $139 that these were going for. As we said, they're sold out in the UK already, and I don't know if we'll get a restock. We never did with the 312, I think it was, helmet that they produced.
Well, it wasn't quite the same like that Galactic.
No, they didn't use that branding. So far, I think there's only been 2 other products, so it's interesting to then see what they're going to bring out with this new line. It's certainly interesting to see.
Yeah, and speaking of the Black Series, should we do a little quick comparison of the two helmets? Yeah, and I mean, at first glance, you can see the Galactic Archive Series 1 is actually quite a lot bigger.
Yeah, I think it's you can tell straight away by kind of feeling it. It's much thicker, but I guess it has to for the light up features, the LEDs running through it.
Because the Black Series one like feels quite flimsy, the material.
Yeah.
But I think, was this not one of the very first ones? That
I think it's the very first one they produced, and it's always kind of struck me that it is a bit weak. It does feel like it's almost like a costume prop.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
As opposed to a toy, or maybe not. Maybe costume isn't even the right word. Like Halloween costume. I don't mean like a costume you would wear in a production.
Yeah.
It just feels like the two halves that go together, they've never really quite joined greatly. And even the battery compartment being accessible from the top just seems a really weird choice.
Yeah.
I don't understand why that couldn't be underneath. It doesn't really restrict when you take the helmet apart.
So what does that like do voice?
Yes, so there's but it's
modifier?
only the voice modifier. There's no sound effects or any other.
And this isn't like this is like the original original helmet,
from the Force Awakens.
So he did still have some bow damage.
Yes, there's still quite a lot of dents.
It's been a while since I watched the sequel trilogy, to be honest, but maybe we'll check it out again. I think all of them plus Rogue One are coming to cinemas again here in the UK. I think starting from next week.
I think so.
New movie, or let's say new movie, like the next one comes out 1 week after the last one. But yeah, for sure, I think the quality definitely is there on this Galactic Archive series. Again, maybe the quality would be higher if this was a slightly newer.
Yeah,
newer
I mean, I kind of even remember when it came out. I assume around the time of the first movie. So it has been a fair few years already.
Almost 10 years since 2015, if I'm not mistaken. I think.
Yeah, and we did a recent count of Hasbro. I can't remember if you remember the number
of the 30s, I think.
Yeah, somewhere around there.
So yeah, definitely an older one. Maybe the like face part or whatever you call it, the like chrome bit. Do you feel that if that was on the newer one, the Galactic Archive series, that would look a little bit better because it's not shiny, is it? Or...
No, but I still think they both are too shiny. I think even in the films it was dulled down quite a bit because obviously he is supposed to have been with his Knights of Ren in battle and things like that, and I think it just looks way too shiny on both of them, really.
Yeah, and especially when you say shiny, you can literally see the shine off the eye mesh area, but like it's not even really mesh, is it?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, on the Hasbro one, it is just a tinted piece of acrylic, whereas on the Disney one, it is actually a polyester mesh, which actually is screen accurate, I think, to the films. I think they had that on the one that recently sold at Prop Store for like $6,000 something dollars or pounds, whatever it was.
Which certainly these are not that expensive, and I think really for the price, it's not too bad. Because it's funny that this is probably the Hasbro one is probly quite hard to get now.
I would imagine. It's probably been out of circulation for a long time, so you probably pay a lot of money for it on the second-hand market.
And that's the funny thing; it almost doesn't look nowhere near as cool. But,
yeah, exactly.
It is awesome though to have like the original one and then the like reforged one as well. They're quite cool display pieces. I know a lot of people. Not big fans of the sequel trilogy. I wouldn't say we were the biggest fans. There was certainly some disappointment, but there were some good things, and I think Kylo Ren was one of them.
Yeah,
I was just really disappointed, and it's no like offense against Adam Driver because I think he's an absolutely amazing actor, but when that helmet came off in the very first movie, I was like,
you just expected something else.
He just didn't look. I don't know if I think we've had that conversation before, whether he would have had like they could have done some like Sith corruption or something on his face. He just looked like this kind of nerdy schoolboy.
I suppose that's the whole thing, though, isn't it? With his character arc,
yeah, he's not fully turned.
He isn't really a Darth, is he?
Exactly, yeah.
And yet he's got this kind of redemption by making this helmet and doing what he does here. He's essentially trying to reclaim that side of him and become the supreme leader and take it further. But then, obviously,
but we don't learn that until later in the movies. So I think watching that first movie, like I loved the movie. And then at that point, I was like, and I do feel the rest of the Force Awakens. I was like, I don't know. It lost something.
Well, that first scene where
when he stops the blaster, I was like, that's so badass. I was like, yeah, they've actually done really well with this new villain. I think overall he was a decent villain.
Yeah.
But yeah, just that whole redemption arc and things, it was kind of Darth Vader all over again. And yeah, was it necessary, right? Could we not add something a little bit more creative and whatnot? But yeah, unfortunately the sequel trilogy ended up being a little bit of a mess. But for sure, overall, I think the helmet, like the designs, both from the movie and in these two kind of replicas, very, very cool, I think. And well, there we go, Cantina patrons. That is going to do it for today's video. First and foremost, thank you so much for taking time out of your day to spend with us here on the Mudhorn Cantina. It is very much appreciated, and we hope you did enjoy the video. If so, be sure to give it a thumbs up and drop some comments below. Let us know your thoughts on the Galactic Archive series. Did you manage to pick one of these bad boys up? And we have plenty more Star Wars goodness on the way for you guys. We drop new episodes every single Wednesday, so make sure you stay tuned. What is the easiest way to stay tuned? It's very simple. Subscribe, click, smash that subscribe button and enable those notifications so you don't miss out on any of that future content, guys. Thanks again for watching today's video, and as always,
may the Force be with you.